You need more training. I need more training. You need sacrifice. You got a mental problem. He said he's gonna catch a body. Everything recorded.
Whoa.
Him right here. He said he's gonna catch a body.
Whoa.
On August
A
23,
stick?
2020, police officers on patrol in Chicago made the abrupt decision to detain a young man by the name of Leroy Kennedy. One moment Leroy was going about his day, and the next he was being tackled, his face ground into
Yo,
the pavement.
what
He
the?
was resisting arrest, officers would later inform him. But the original reason they stopped him seemed to mystify everyone, including the officers themselves, who seemed intent on behaving unprofessionally throughout the encounter. Right away, we're situated in the middle of a chaotic scene fueled by an incensed mob. They've just witnessed a violent incident instigated by the police themselves.
Hey, no, chill out. You got we'll roll your about to roll your we'll roll your we just you. Take the come on, we'll roll your
Oh my god. Jesus, dude.
You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing. We better helping you. Helping you. You just this face up like this. Man, you just this face up. That you stand on that bitch. She was trying to fight me. Man, you was trying to fight them. You touching me for no reason, bro. I ain't got shit on you, bro.
Yo, what's wrong with this cop, bro? Chicago cops, man. No wonder nobody trusts you, bro.
Stop pushing him, bro. I'm gonna get some medical attention over there.
You might expect that once Leroy is in the back of the squad car, his defenders will disperse. However, this seems to have the exact opposite effect.
Bro, back up. I'll be there.
Is he laughing?
Back up. I'll be there.
Oh, maybe not.
The chaotic scene has quickly evolved to what appears to be a standoff between officers and civilians. The officer having
Jesus,
put
they have
his hands
so
around
many
Leroy's
cops.
neck and having thrown him to the ground definitely doesn't appear
Wait,
to the
what?
around Leroy to be a standoff between officers and civilians. The officer having put his hands around Leroy's
Oh
neck
my
and having thrown
god.
him to the ground definitely doesn't appear to have been warranted. While exercising force against a fleeing suspect is allowed, so long as the force is reasonable under the circumstances, Leroy didn't appear to have been a fleeing suspect.
Yeah, bro, he was
didn't
just
appear to have
walking.
been resisting, nor did it seem he had any weapons on his person. There must be specific, articulable facts to support the exercise of force, and here we aren't seeing any.
Whoa.
Give me some space. I'm trying to get medical attention, bro. Cause you did. It is what it is. Ain't no that's why we don't knock y'all. Should kill y'all. I hate y'all.
And people wonder why nobody trusts police, man.
My face up, bro. I ain't that, bro. I have nothing. Why you take all? Why y'all with me, bro? I walked off, bro. Then you move my hands? Bro, I walk. You want to search me, bro? How about the cop you search me? You can search me hands down, everything. I don't have nothing on me.
What? Bro, he didn't even do anything.
It also doesn't help that more police are joining the scene by the minute.
Bro,
It's hard to say
whoa.
who's most upset,
Oh my
Leroy,
god, dude. It
crowd,
looks like there's
or
a
police. One of the officers who participated in the
riot,
arrest
bro. Why
appears
do
to
they have so
be
many cops?
particularly agitated and takes it out on the crowd.
Let's go then. Skinny. Take that off. 140-pound ass. 140 pounds. Look at homies. Come.
Is the cop talking like that?
Take that off. He wasn't like that when you just got out here. He was not like that. He was not like that. He said he got his own now. When you off the clock, he gonna get you every day. We stay here. Stay here. That's all that fuck, bro. Ain't nobody trying to tell you. I appreciate you guys. Stay right there. It's fine. Ain't nobody trying to tell me that you. Why you getting all tough and down like that? Sticks and sticks in his pussy ass motherfucker. That man was not like that. Me and just slammed him on his head. We did. We know. We're not lying about it. Right. Okay. Oh, what the force for? We start fighting around. He choked him through the gate. He tried to talk to him.
He was not trying to talk to him, bro. He just picked him up and slammed him.
Buddy was coming up behind him, okay? Trying to pull him away. He was. It's on camera. It's on camera.
What's wrong with that cop, bro? If Chicago be hiring anyone, Chicago PD be, do they be picking?
You might think he misheard the officer, but he did in fact say that he was looking to catch a body. And as he continuously points out to the crowd, it's all on video.
Oh no, you're done, bro. Yo, he said he was gonna catch a body.
Gotten out of hand.
Oh nah, Chicago be hiring anyone.
Leroy from the scene. Considering the number of members of law enforcement who've responded to the scene, at least 1 to 2 should be making efforts to de-escalate the situation and to calm the civilians. However, what we've seen isn't consistent with this. At this point, it's clear that the officers have lost control of the situation. Irate civilians have surrounded the cruiser, and Leroy should have already been transported.
Yeah, why is
away from
he
the
there?
scene.
He's still there. Why haven't the cops left yet, bro? They just they want something to happen.
The situation is now completely out of control. Officers are behaving unprofessionally, which tarnishes the law enforcement badge. While they should never let their emotions be seen, their anger has gotten the best of them. The civilians have a right to challenge authority, and the officers have no right to speak to the civilians the way they are, including the name-calling and threatening to lock them up as you just witnessed. As the police car begins to pull away, the officer continues shouting insults out the window.
Whoa. Nah, this cop needs to lose his job, bro. Oh, power tripping bitch, bro. Nah, bro. I hope this cop lost his job after this one, bro. Ain't nobody been treating you badly.
On the police
y'all slammed him from his y'all picked him up from his neck and slammed him.
Treatment Leroy has experienced so far, though, these promises likely don't mean much. Back where the crowd is gathered, several bystanders attempt to explain how the situation has played out so far. The response they get is lackluster at best, if not outright dismissive.
This is insane, bro.
He didn't try to get aggressive with him. He picked him up and slammed him, man. On the guy in the car.
The officer, when the black gentleman told him to not touch him, the officer got mad and choked him.
Look at that, bro. What?
He tried to resist. The officer
Bro, he didn't do anything.
He wasn't doing nothing. Why did the police officer get out of the car?
We have no idea. They parked right here. They parked right here. They were sitting down right here. He started walking towards them. The gentleman got up and started walking away. I guess he didn't want no problem. They never found nothing on. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The black officer tried to corner him off, ran and chased him and blocked him off. He said, man, I ain't did nothing. Don't touch me. The officer grabbed him and started choking him.
That's, bro.
What that something is
Bro,
remains
what?
to be seen. An officer needs to take charge of the situation and give
Didn't you get
disgruntled
a
witnesses
sheriff
a
out there,
voice.
bro?
They need for someone to listen and to feel they've been heard. They should be given the option to fill out statements and potentially compose formal complaints. Even if the complaints don't move forward, perception is everything, even so much as giving the witnesses business cards as a way to build trust. For now, officers clear the original scene and arrange to meet EMS at a more controlled location. However, not all of the officers go quietly, fanning the flames of unrest
What is
in
wrong?
the area.
Oh, we come out thick. That's how we do.
Bro, what?
I'm just talking to
Wait, what does that even mean, man? Come out thick? What's that threatening?
the community, bro. That's it.
Bro, the community does not want you, bro.
I love you. I love you, Papa.
Ain't nobody love you, bro. Your family don't even love you. I promise you that. Can't even imagine how you treat your wife and kids, bro.
They just need attention. I don't want
Treating random civilians like that, man.
Blocks away, one of the officers waiting for EMTs to assess Leroy finally thinks to ask a rather important question.
What's the arrest for you? We jump. What's the arrest for? We jumped him.
Question.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard.
We jumped. What y'all doing? What y'all arrested? What's he arrested for? They instantly started fighting. But you don't know what he arrested for? To be arrested for. Hey, no, hey, see my face. Do you see my
Yeah, talk, man. Actually, don't do that, bro. Don't.
Exactly true.
Don't
It
hurt
seems
yourself.
that the police are getting creative. Police chased Leroy down, and it was only after they laid hands on him that he began to flail.
They started grabbing on Ridge as soon as he walked up, grabbing his back, grabbing the back of his vest, pulling him away. We didn't even say
This claim may be true. Conflict once again flares between Leroy and the officers while they wait for EMS. Even rookies are taught not to engage with a yelling detainee. While it would go a long way in the court of public opinion and among a jury when footage shows officers not engaging, this particular officer opens the door to the cruiser and confronts Leroy. His act is clearly unprofessional.
Never seen
In
it before.
addition, the backwards worn baseball hat wouldn't be a standard issued uniform item.
That cop needs to get fired. Yeah, all these cops need to get investigated, man.
During the arrest, the search, and when they initially placed him in the car.
Yeah, please do, man. I hope you shoot every single one of them, bro.
Harry, ring the rep, yo, bitch, Robinson on North Clark. What you think I want? I'm gonna get all you, bitch. Watch this.
Soon EMTs arrive to tend to Leroy's injuries. He's escorted out of the police car and into the ambulance while police decide who will accompany him to the hospital. Before getting underway, police take the opportunity to search Leroy again, but nothing incriminating has appeared in his pockets since the last time they checked. With that out of the way, they can finally head to the hospital. Since the opportunity to search Leroy again, but nothing incriminating.
What was he doing to him, bro?
Since the last time they checked.
Yo, what did he grab? Yo, he grabbed his nuts, bro. Now this cop is weird. Yo, y'all saw that? Nah, what?
The way, they can finally head to the hospital.
Bro.
In addition to the scrapes on his face, Leroy was treated for injuries to his hands and wrists. There were also concerns about a concussion due to the force with which Leroy's head hit the pavement. While he has recovered physically, he's since come forward to say the encounter left him traumatized.
I bet, man.
I don't understand why you still up.
What's up?
Why you still up?
Why am I still what?
Why the you still up?
Why am I still what?
You heard what I said.
It's a good question because you've certainly noticed Leroy still hasn't been told why he's under arrest. While the United States Supreme Court has held that it's good police practice to tell a suspect why they're being arrested when taken into custody, the Supreme Court has found no constitutional requirement to do so. Very few states statutorily require this in the United States. It's an exception far from the norm.
Patel 18129.
Damn sure gonna know. My lawyer come holler at y'all, you damn sure gonna know.
Cool.
Damn sure finna get y'all food.
Alright, that's good.
I hope he won every single lawsuit, man.
Patrol,
Best of luck to you, buddy.
1829.
Best of luck to you, buddy.
Good luck. You just got 200,000 for the same. Got good. Why you grab me like that? Why you grab me for though? I don't get why he touching me, bro.
When Leroy's arrest came under investigation, it seemed police had very little to say for themselves by way
Yeah,
of
like what?
explanation.
Alright.
This guy needed to be there so long ago. There so long ago.
We'll do that on the case report. We'll start head on. Yeah, description or whatever. We'll get the camera. Alright, head on in.
It's clear that the sergeant is aware the situation has been botched. The story officer settled on was that Leroy looked directly at the officers as they drove by, widened his eyes, and then walked away. It appears that Leroy was violently arrested for the serious crime of looking surprised.
Are you
The official
serious?
report went on to mention that police suspected Leroy might have had a gun when he reached for his pocket, but as they later discovered,
It was his
all
phone?
he could have been reaching for was his phone or glasses. It seems the real reason Leroy was stopped was simply a case of bullying or misuse of power.
Yeah,
Leroy
man,
was
power
charged
trips,
with
bro.
resisting
It's
arrest and
crazy.
aggravated assault against a peace officer. All
That's why you
charges
just
were
can't let
dropped
anybody in the
later,
police
thanks to the
academy, bro. You gotta
Boston
see how they
Public
actually
Prosecutor
are, bro. This is
was not
crazy, bro.
instigator. Leroy
No wonder
proceeded
in
to sue
Chicago is
City
so
of Chicago
so
Police
violent, bro.
Department for personal
Honestly,
damages, as well as to ensure
man, that was a good video, bro.
this sort of situation doesn't happen again. He was ultimately awarded
Ooh.
$195,000. Clearly, the situation should have been handled
That's
much
what's up.
differently. While police training has progressed over the years, it must continue to evolve and grow with the times. De-escalation, implicit bias, and wellness of law enforcement officers are a few of the mandatory training programs officers must complete.
Did they do any of
In
that?
addition, they're now educated on reporting misconduct they see other officers committing. While officers like these should be a
Hope he got
thing of the
fired.
past, we still have a long distance ahead, evidenced by what we just witnessed.